Robocock, TigerFitness.cock, alongside.
Rich homie Sean, High Performance Nutrition.
The reason I penetrated with that intro is that we got an email. I got an article linked to me.
I'm laughing about the Mexican crawling around in the background.
Yeah, they literally.
Do you guys see me?
We do now. Okay,
Anyway.
she has clothes on now.
Anyway.
That's what we're talking about. She was just measuring our shoulder to hip ratio. So there's an article in Bloomberg that says that hints that basically is telling us, or what's the word? It's suggesting that women are more appreciative, or what attracts women to men is the shoulder to hip ratio versus penis size.
Now, if you think about the scope of that article, that means they had to have already seen both. Actually, we didn't think about this beforehand. Now, we will go ahead and say that both of us agree. Of course, this is going to be be great for when you first meet, that first glance, first eye contact.
I don't know about you, but when I go up to girls, I just whip it out so they can measure it. I bring an AccuMeasure that I bought off Tiger Fitness, of course, and I make sure that they're able to just dictate where they want this relationship to go. I want to make sure that they know where I stand. Don't you do the same thing?
You want people to know what you're working with ahead of time.
Yes, you got to show them what you're working with. Here's the deal. I agree. I think this is great because like when you meet a girl, like there's push-up bras and there's like there's underwear that makes their ass look tighter. Like look, you get a
Spanx.
Yeah, you get a decent ass. You put it in the right jeans, that ass is looking good. And so, I mean, yeah, I agree that like the overall ratio of how you present yourself in clothing, that is essentially what attracts you. Because let's think about it. Unless you're a whore or someone who puts out relatively easy, by the time you get to sex, you've already reached that emotional connection.
Yeah.
And, sex... especially for women, there's data on this, and most men are more physical than women. Women are more emotional. So by the time you get to sex, and women have seen the shoulder to hip ratio, that's what attracted them to them.
Right.
Even if they're, these are probably girls who met the guy as a great shoulder to hip ratio and a big dick. What about the girl who gets to do, it's like gets the girl with the shoulder to hip ratio, and it's like, oh, how is that even gonna work? You know what I mean? Like you gotta have something to work with down there, right? I mean, what?
Your best shot is obviously to be physically impressive, no matter what. If you're wondering,
the leaner you are, and also having less fat, makes your wiener bigger because there's less fat in that area around it. Yeah. I heard anywhere up to an inch.
Could be
from normal American to lean.
Yeah.
Of an inch that's a huge difference. That's like one, what is the average penis for? It's like 5 inches.
Something like
that. 3.8 for Asians.
That's like sorry, Stu.
Dr. Stu in the house.
That's like 20%.
That's a big difference.
That's gains.
That's major penis gains. So I agree. I agree 100% with the assertion.
Title this weight loss for penis gains.
Weight loss for penis gains. So our recommendation for dudes reading this article, first of all, is to be in shape. Because here's the deal. It's like if you forge that emotional connection with a girl, and let's be real here, there's other ways. There's other ways you could play. I think guys with smaller penises might be more apt to learn how to use other things to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, without saying it. We know what you're saying.
Yeah, and here's another thing I'd like to throw in there because I'm a vaginal enthusiast.
Yeah.
I'm not a gynecologist. I'm not an expert. I'm simply a vaginal enthusiast.
Yeah, he appreciates
I've studied the vagina in depth. And here's the deal. A lot of women cannot orgasm intravaginally. A lot. I forgot the percentages exactly, but a majority of women...
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a lot. A majority of women can only orgasm via clitoral stimulation. So how you have sex, that's not always, depends on the girl you're with, that's not always the main factor. You need to do your job. So for men, how to mitigate this... Sorry I took over this, but I get really excited about vaginas.
We knew this was going to happen.
Yeah. What I recommend for men, as an enthusiast, is get into shape because that's how you're going to get them. You know what I mean? I think that,
But it's not going to do it. You still have to not be an idiot. Like I see guys who actually worked out for that reason or whatever, but like they can't talk. You know, they're not. They have nothing to say. They have no personality. Make sure you work on that too if you don't have one.
Oh yeah, but
get out of your comfort zone.
Let's assume that this dude has game. Okay, at least some game. Having a good body will help. But also as a man, don't be so selfish. Learn, even if you do have a big schlong, learn how to pleasure the girl with things other than just your unit.
Right.
I think we agree on that.
Yeah.
And also, you can reach Sean. Our numbers, by the way, look. It costs extra for both of us.
At the same time, yeah, that's triple. It's not double. Because you have to consider our emotional damage.
On that note, I'm done with this. Bottom line is, no matter how big your dick is, treat your lady right.
Amen.
That's not a game.